It's my first time joining. I've been a member for about a year now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I've watched the videos, read the newsletters, and every time I feel like I'm great to fly, and then I book a flight, and then it starts all over again. I have a flight coming up in a week or so. So
Yeah.
I was like, let's hop on the Zoom call and just get my mind straight.
Okay.
And
You need to run through the strengthening exercise a few times. And just to make sure, you need to link it up two ways. You need to link to a memory that produces oxytocin, and you need to link to a memory of being with a person you feel totally at ease with. What happens is when you link to the person you feel at ease with, you want to link the things that are going to happen on the plane to their face, their voice quality, and their touch. So you imagine you have a photograph of the thing that you're concerned about or the thing that's going to happen on the plane, and you imagine they hold it, touching their cheek, so that connects it with their face. There's safety signals coming from their face. And then the second thing is you want to connect their voice to it. So you imagine the two of you look at the picture together and talk about it, what's in the picture. That gets their voice quality connected to that subject. And then while talking, just notice imaginarily that they're giving you a hug. So that's how you hook up to the calming influences that activate your parasympathetic nervous system. If it's well activated, it can override stress hormones totally. Now, the other thing we want to link to is to prevent the release of stress hormones. That's oxytocin that does that. And the situations that produce oxytocin, nursing a child, holding a newborn, good chemistry and sexual foreplay, interacting with your dog, or getting a solid hug for half a minute or so.
I created like a scrapbook that I take with me when I fly. So it has
Yeah.
pictures, great memories that I've collected over the years. So
Okay.
I'm bringing a scrapbook of photos, family, and I bring like a coloring book. I bring my tickets from previous flights to
Yeah.
like to demonstrate me. Yes, I've been
Yeah.
here. Here's my
Yeah.
ticket. For some time, I wasn't sure if it was the fear of flying that I had, or if it was um, the the feeling of being just encapsulated. And it took me some time to figure out what it was. And then reading your book, I realized that it wasn't the fear of flying. It was the anxiety of being encapsulated. And
Yeah. You don't have control and you can't escape.
right. And I didn't know that. I thought it was heights. I thought it was
Well, it's,
just
yeah, but that it hides too, because when you're close to the ground, even in the airplane, if you're close to the ground, you don't feel so divorced about from your basic way to regulate feelings on your own 2 feet. I can walk over to something interesting. I can back away from something scary. But when you get lifted off with the airplane, you lose that. But at least you're close to where you have control. But the higher up you go, the farther you are from where you have that basic control. And after a while, you get up high enough, it seems like you're very disconnected. And if you can't see the ground because of clouds or night, it almost is like the earth doesn't exist.
right.
What we want to do is set it up so that these things can happen. You don't get triggered very much. And that's why I wanted to go back to what you said. You bring these things on the plane with you, but I think you should also do the linking daily for a week or so before the flight, so that the links are set up and work automatically and can be working for you before you even know you need anything.
Right. Yes, I should do that. Yes. I kind of forgot about the linking part because
Yeah.
I would be going and taking these flights that I forgot like the ritual I had behind it, and I just thought of the physical aspect of what I'm bringing to the flight instead of like just like
Oh,
the like
yeah, you've got the book. It's in chapter 12. How
yes.
to do that. Yeah.
Okay. I fly for work. So I have to fly like 8 to 10 times a year. Every time it's the same cycle, the anticipation. I just can't wait until that moment just stops until.
Yeah, well, that's what I'd like to have set up. If you could make a list of the things you just talked about, in addition to what's in chapter 12. And so one day, set up the links to a memory of a time when you produced oxytocin. And then the next day, link it up to a friend's face, voice, and touch, just one person. And I don't know if a family member is good or not, because it really needs to be somebody who doesn't judge you. And family members tend to be judgmental and conditional about how they are with you.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll I'll come back next time for Zoom
Okay.
and I'll let you know